G'day everyone, it's SDS Supercoach, providing Supercoach content for you. So you can check me out on Twitter at StevenDW Smith and also on Instagram at SDS_Supercoach_YT. Liking and subscribing would be grouse. I'm here to present my round 8 review for this week. So we got 2,321. So that is a very good round score, I feel like. Well, it is about 7K round ranks, so that's good. So went up nearly 6,000 spots in the ranks, so that's perfect. So we're starting to close in on the top 10K, so that's very good. I'm very happy with this week. I feel like, popular players like Stewart and Gawn didn't go well. Finally, Gawn had a crap score this week. No, it wasn't crap, but yeah, obviously not ideal for the price that he's currently at. So there was a positive there. So finally got a break. And just before I start, I want to quickly shout out John Egan, who commented on my most recent video saying, "Seriously, Mr. Smudwa, you are on fire. To make your videos even better, may I suggest you get on the drink about 3 hours before filming. Let's face it, it might make for some interesting viewing. Your recent hangover video is unbelievable, so why not go the whole hog and spend the whole of your next video apologising of being hammered." Now, I truly respect this comment. It's a good shout out, but just not this week, because I did have a big one last night. So I am a bit hungover. So here's another one of them, but I promise next week, I'm just not up to drinking today. So had a big one last night, went to Essendon Hawthorn. Unfortunately, Hawks got done, but pretty frustrating game, but is what it is. But yeah, just quickly shout out to that guy, and make sure you comment on the video for suggestions. I'll reply to any comments. So yeah, I will do a drunk review eventually. Hope maybe next week, but we'll see. We'll see what my plans are like. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I kind of want to. I feel like my videos go for too long. I want to try doing this a bit shorter. Congrats, 8 out of 10 league matches. That is brilliant. Love to see it. Right, so this is the side heading into round 9, but let's worry about what happened in round 8 first. Crisp, 121. You love to see it. Fantastic. He's just super consistent. I think that's something like 5 tons in a row. Got to love it. Jaden Short, 109, just super consistent. And other than that, 56. But the Tigers will pull that day at Adelaide. But great score to have. He's playing more in the midfield, so that's good. Hewitt didn't play. Whitfield, starting to build a consistent 90. That's 2 back-to-back mid-90 scores. So, you know what? Considering with this pick, if I can just get mid-90 scores, I'll just take it. I'll just take it. It is what it is. Because I've got, I don't want to be trading him out at this point. Maybe after the bye, but no. Nick Dacos, an 80. I was worried he wasn't going to score very well, but luckily he did this week, so we'll take an 80 from him. Paddy McCartan, 94. Now, I did loop Gibcus and Hinge. I'll talk about McCartan first. He was good to have him back. I did think he was going to miss the Gold Coast game because of the 12-day concussion protocol, but obviously I was wrong, so that's okay. 94, very solid. Should be able to hold him on for a couple more weeks. So that is fine from Paddy McCartan. Now, I did loop Gibcus and Hinge. I really had no choice because the captain was originally meant to go to Connor McDonald, but he was a laid in for Wingard. So I'm like, shit, okay, I guess I have no choice. I have to take Gibcus to score. Would have been a bit heartbreaking if he ended up scoring a 30 or whatever, but so Hewitt was my captain this week. So yeah, Gibcus 66, solid. Probably got one more week until we can probably chop him. Hinge 54, probably time to go, son. His break even 71. I think it's time for him to go. Lockie Neal 123. Didn't go as big as people might have hoped. I know a mate of mine that took the big risk on not taking McRae's vice captain score and decided to take the punt on Neal because we all thought Brisbane were going to belt the Eagles, but still not a terrible score if you had him a captain or vice captain or whatever. But yeah, Clayton Oliver 135. Just gorgeous, just super reliable. Jack Steele, on the other hand, I thought you were quite reliable, but never mind. You've given us 75, which is not much to work with. Yeah, that is heartbreaking for anyone that had him as captain. Just a very average. He got a bit of the pill, but he's just had a lot of free kicks against. Just his disposal wasn't very good this game. Jackson McRae took his vice captain score, 144. I just thought, you know what? Some people might have lost faith in McRae, but rarely we see McRae put out 3 crap scores in a row. I was just thinking, you know what? I'm going to back McRae one more time. If he shits the bed, I'll just have him out of my loop for the foreseeable future. But it was good that McRae got in a very juicy 144. Was he my high score of the week? No, Mr. Paddy Cripps. We'll go to him in a sec. Tuke Miller building up some consistent form. You love to see it. Good for him to bounce back. Paddy Cripps. It's just hard to ignore him. It's just hard to ignore him not having in your vice captain or captain loophole at this point. Is he the best player in the comp again? I feel like he almost is. Nick Martin, 88. He's one of the all-time great rookies. Let's be honest here. Started out 102K. He's now gone out to 383, and no signs of slowing down here. What's his lowest score been? It's been something like 76, something crazy like that. He's definitely not gone under 70 yet. Nathan O'Driscoll, look, probably time for the chop as well, son. But what has he made for me? Roughly 130K. He's done his job. It's okay. Con McDonald, 43. I didn't know he was going to play, but he did. Surely gets rested this week. You would think so. Guess we'll see. Ben Hobbs, 93. I thought, what the bloody hell's going on here? Hobbs with a 93. I was at the Essendon Hawks game. I just thought he was pretty good, to be fair, but I didn't know he was that good. I'm like, oh, hello, I'll take this, a 93. They'll reset his cash gen and could end up being all right, which I don't think people that went early on him deserve for this pick to work. But hopefully I don't jinx him. But good on him. I'm proud. It really does help because I thought I had a dead rookie on the bench. Robbie McComb, 73. Oh, sorry. Robbie McComb, 73. So, yep. I'll take that. Brought him in this week. More of my trades again. I'll just quickly remind everyone. I kept McCartan. I traded in McComb and Parker, and I traded out Rochelle and someone else that's not appearing in my head. I'll think of it later. But Robbie McComb, 73, you love to see it. Witts is like, I don't know how. I thought Witts was just going to be a cash generator. I didn't think he'd be this good. And look, he's a keeper. Like the way he's going, he's a keeper, and he's never done this in his career. I think he's never averaged over 100, and then the year after his recovering from his ACL injury, he just goes bang. I can't believe it. But he really is in his prime. I think he's 29, so that's good. For scoring in the future, he's in his prime as a ruck. Braden Bruce, 103. I brought him in a bit late, but I just knew that he was going to continue to make in cash. And I know I brought him in at like 297K, but I didn't care. Like, look, he's already made me like 130-ish K and still got more to come. Can't complain. Sam Hayes with the 98 off the bench. So if you went Bruce and Hayes, that worked out for you. Josh Dunkley. Now this is the depressing part of the team to look at. As good as the week that I had, my forward line underperformed. My third highest score in the forward line was Sam DeConning, and this should be a completed forward line, and it was my worst line by far. And I was just, I thought my defense, I was just like, Jesus, no chance I'm going to score good down back, but luckily I got that right. So Josh Dunkley, 78, not his day. Luke Parker, 89. He scored 55 points or something in the second quarter. But I think he rolled his ankle during the game, and John Longmire said he would be fine, but it is a tad concerning. So hopefully that doesn't mean more forward time for Luke Parker, because he might get the Heaney treatment this year. Speaking of Heaney, 75, as soon as I brought him in, It just hasn't worked out. But what has he scored? An 81, a 103, and a 75. So if you are a Haney owner, I do apologise. I've turned him into shit. So I really do apologise. Will Brodie, 115. Look, fantastic. Freo are just rolling, aren't they? Fantastic score once again from Will. Stephen Coniglio, 70. Now, I do have my concerns with this pick because he's barely getting any midfield time. He's basically a forward. But, look, I'm just going to, with my forward line, I'm just going to think in my head, okay, you know what? It's done. We don't need to touch the forward line until I need to. Because certainly the back line needs a bit of work at the minute and stuff and there's a couple of juicy midfielders that's at a good price for this week, but I'll talk about trades real soon. Zach Butters with a 52. Very nice. If you were a Bulldog, what am I talking about? Oh, I'll try to think of something funny in my head and it just didn't work. Sometimes I just say very nice for no reason. And there you go. So Zach Butters with a 52 was shit house. And he certainly is concerning. But I can hear people say, I want him gone. See you later. Had enough. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. But the one thing is, well, there's two things. One, I still don't want to trade out Butters because, you know, premium. But the same thing as well. He's playing North Melbourne this week. And we look at his scores from Adelaide Oval, 58, 58, 58, 52. So that's at Adelaide Oval. But everywhere else, it's really good scores, like every other ground. And they're playing in Tassie against North Melbourne. And I'm just kind of, you know what? I've just got this feeling that Zach Butters will bounce back. But he is a very frustrating pick to own and certainly holding back people that started him. Sam De Koning, 82, terrific. I didn't really see the Geelong GWS game, but he's looking really good as a future key defender for the Cats. And Corey Durden, 59, sure, is what it is. All right, so that's my team for the week. Obviously, a very good week this week for me, but I'll talk about, let's actually have a look, see what's everyone doing. So O'Driscoll, everyone's trading out O'Driscoll. That is very fair enough. Zach Butters, I'd recommend for you guys to hold on to him, but you know what? If you've had enough of the pick, I can't blame you. But I'm going to be sticking fat with him. Maybe trade him at the buys, or we'll see how he goes. I'm still willing to give him until the buy. Nick Dacos, his break even 68. So I think if you need to make a big move, then Dacos would probably be the bloke that you trade. But at the same time, actually, no, not at the same time. Dacos, this is probably where he's going to be at for the next few weeks until the buy. This score, I mean this price. So I think you could trade him out if you're looking to make a big move. I'll probably hold on to him, but I wouldn't hate it for guys to trade him out. Connor McDonald, yeah, this makes sense. Look, there's actually not too many rookies that we need to be massively concerned about this week, other than O'Driscoll and Hinge. Connor McDonald could be the third guy because, see, here's the thing, though. I feel like Connor McDonald is a good M11 to have because I guarantee you, unless it's rest, he'll play every week. He won't lose his spot at Hawthorn, where they'll continue to play the young fellas. One player to keep in mind is Sam Butler from the Hawks, who looks really good in the VFL and I don't think is really that far away from playing. And Josh Gibcus, he's probably got one more week. His break even's 44. You know what? Before this whole emergence of scoring here from Gibcus, I just thought, yeah, you can probably trade him out. But 44, he can beat that. Morris Rioli, everyone's bringing in. Yep, I'll probably be doing that. Jack Carroll, yep, I'll probably bring him in. Greg Clark, I'm going to wait one more week on him. Cooper Hamilton's a very interesting one. It's going to be a big talking point. Which one do you miss out? Because I think we all thought heading into this week, you know what? Morris Rioli, I think, has got the, you know, he can, I feel like he has the ability to drop a stinker, which is why I preferred Carroll and Hamilton. But Rioli's just going to make coin pretty quickly. So I think he is the best pick here. But it wouldn't surprise me if Carroll and Hamilton went well. But maybe Hamilton's job security isn't too flash. So it normally isn't for any GWS rookie. And Andrew Brayshaw this week, yeah, he's an obvious target for anyone. Look, I guess we can talk about trades real quick. So, look, I think the two have to be Hinge and O'Driscoll. Now, the thing is, I've still got 3 boosts remaining. And I feel like that's a lot at this point in the season when we're meant to be upgrading our side pretty quickly. So, but I feel like I don't want to use a boost for the sake of using a boost, but maybe I should. So what am I thinking? Now, I could be really just boring this week and just do Carroll and Rioli this week. That's it. That's the only trades I'll do. Hang on, let me just reset this. I could be really boring. Now, I think the obvious one here, especially if Hewitt misses yet another week, because I know Gibcus, McCartan, De Koning, I'll still have to field 2 of them if I don't address the back line. Now, but you might be thinking, oh, he scored a 94, he scored an 82, 66, they can cover. But they still have that ability to drop a 40. So, and that is just a real easy weakness to have, where if I can just pick one of the 3, loop one of them, that would be a lot easier. So, yeah, the back line's the obvious one where I need to make an upgrade. I've got a player in mind. I did say Sicily last week will be coming in. I think, you know what? I think I'm just going to have to wait for him to drop a bit more in price, because 570 is quite a bit for Sicily. So, and he's a talented player, don't get me wrong. But look, I might just wait for him to drop in price, and maybe he's my last upgrade. But I really wanted to bring in Stewart and Sicily. So it's like, ugh, I don't know what I'd do unless I luxury upgrade Whitfield. So anyway, then in the midfield, Martin's fine to field, but I need to sort out this M8 position, which is where someone like an Andy Brayshaw or a Christian Petrarca could come in. The rucks are fine. The forward line, as disgusted as I am with it this week, I still think it'll be okay. Like Luke Parker, he has that ability to go absolutely bang. Sam Matheny, Dunkley, of course. Brody can be consistent. Keneally, I'm a bit dodgy with. And Butters, he's not playing at Adelaide Oval this week, so that should just be big enough of the sign that he can go 90 plus. So, yeah, look, if I was to upgrade, it would be either down back or in the midfield. It just depends on my money situation. So let's just give it a little whirl. So Mitch Hinge goes, O'Driscoll goes. I probably swing De Koning down back, or do I? Wait, no, I probably shouldn't, should I? Because if I want to bring in a defender, like the one bloke I'm eyeing up right here is Jordan Dawson. Is it a really nice price, 519k, 520k basically, scored 134. He's moving up the ground a bit more. So that's probably the defender upgrade I'd probably go with this week. Now, who would be the third, if I wanted to use a boost, who would be the third bloke to go? See, that's tough because I actually don't know. Like, I feel like I could trade out Dacos if I really want to. Now, actually, one thing I do want to suss out, or do I go Gibcus? Do I just say, you know what? I appreciate what you've done the past couple of weeks, but I think you've just about peaked with your price. So maybe let's just do Gibcus for now, because I do want to test this out. So, is there anyone down, or do I have to bring in a defender? Ooh, that sucks. Unless I don't. Hang on. Unless I trade Dacos instead. Anyway, let's just use Dacos for example for now. So Jordan Dawson, look. Or maybe I did say I would plan this out a bit better. So actually, let's just go with what my natural thinking is at the minute instead of just thinking this crazy situation. Look, I think my conservative move this week would be, oh no, that's not how you spell Jack Carroll. Jack Carroll, and then Rioli. And this would leave me a lot of money in the bank next week to go potentially 2 upgrades next week. And probably use another boost. Or probably start using a boost. So I could do that. No, I actually have to bring in those two. So look, I'd have to think about, let's just say Connor McDonald, but here's my problem, 543K. What's Andrew Brayshaw? 570K. So he wouldn't be enough. Look, you would have to find someone like, there's actually no one here that you could trade. In my opinion, that would get me to Brayshaw. So that really does suck. Unless it's Butters, but I don't want to do that. Got bigger fish to fry than trading at, so-called premiums. So, look, I think if I had to trade someone, it would have to be either Dacos or Gibcus. Look, would I have the money to... See, that's just the frustrating part, you know what I mean? But that does leave me with a lot of money to play with to bring in a defender. But look, I think just for now, I'm going to go with this. I'll do another video this week bringing in, confirming what moves I'll do. But in terms of captain and vice captaincy, it's pretty simple, like simple-ish for me this week. I think I'll vice captain McRae again against the Pies at Marvel. Seems like a good matchup, and the captain will go on Lockie Neal. Same plan as last week, and they've got, who have they got? They've got Adelaide. That's pretty good. Adelaide can concede quite a lot of points. I mean, we see with Cripps. They got the Giants, Carlton. So 2 coups, Gold Coast got. They got Freo. Don't like that. Jack Steele. Who have they got? Geelong. Maybe O'Connor could tag. Clayton Oliver. Oh, Clayton Oliver has got... Holy crap. Okay. Well, he needs to be in my plans immediately. I feel like Neil could really do like a Clayton Oliver last year at Adelaide Oval, where it just goes bang. And he has that potential, as we can see, like he scored a 198 this year, a 187. It's really hard to ignore Oliver here. Jesus. Now, if Hewitt does miss another week, and I do think Hewitt will miss this week, I could VC, you know what, screw it. Let's just have this plan in for now. Because Hewitt can be my vice captain loophole, just in case Neil goes crap. So it could be these two this week. And look, you know what? This video's gone on long enough. I'll leave it at that. I'm trying to make videos shorter and all that, but it probably still is pretty long. Actually, one more quick thing before I go. I'm going to have a look at SDS Supercoach League. Okay, so Huffy's Big Guns has defeated me. I think I tracked it a little bit. It was Steele versus Doherty. So I actually had the favour heading into today's games, and Steele scored shit, and Doherty obviously scored pretty well. So that's how I lost the game on Brad, but oh well. So Jordan still on top. That's good. Brad, who I lost to, I'm down to 12th now. That's a bit bad. So we've got Jordan, Brad, Christian, Stefan, Andrew, Jory, Michael, and Warren rounding out the top 8. Who's at the bottom this week? It is Strikers, Michael. Okay. Yeah. So if you're watching this video, thank you guys for joining the league. And if you're watching this video and still here, thank you guys for watching. So hope you have a good week hope you guys had a good week with Supercoach. And if your footy side won, well done to you, even if it wasn't in your control. But anyway, this is shit intro, outro. Oh, God, I'm an absolute mess. All right. Watching. Have a good one. Cheers. The video. All right. Cheers. Have a good one.